I think we're in a pretty good place. We got through pre-season relatively injury-free. We've not picked up too many knocks or serious injuries. I mean, we've lost Brad, but in terms of and Reece, in terms of the whole picture, we're in pretty good shape. I've been fairly happy with what I've seen, and I think particularly defensively, I think we've looked all right. I think we're a little bit off with the ball. We're not quite there yet, but I would imagine most teams are at this stage of the year, and with the conditions and things like that, and with pre-season you don't do a lot with the ball, so we're in a good place and we're ready to go.
How's the team been coming together? Because although it wasn't a complete overhaul over the winter, you have fetched in a fair few of new faces.
They seem good. The group seem happy. There's a good bit of banter between them all, and they're getting on really well, and the chemistry seems to be there. So I'm really happy with that. I think we've gelled really quick, and I didn't really have a doubt that we wouldn't either. The type of people we brought in and the group we already had here, it's pretty easy to integrate and get everyone moving in the same direction. So I've been happy with that and pleased, and we're not far away from where we need to be in terms of on field as well.
You've been giving a few of the youngsters a bit of a crack during pre-season and during the cup games. How pleasing is that to see them coming through those particular tests? Because particularly for the youngsters in the two cup games, they've not exactly been perfect conditions they've been playing in.
No, it's chucking him in at the deep end. I mean, particularly with Alex, his first game out of position on the wing. Keithley, traditionally hard place to go and play, whatever the conditions. But I mean, 2 weeks ago, that cup, they were awful, the conditions for your season pro. So he's done well. The others that have, Kieran Hudson, the ones that we brought up through the academy as well, they've took their chance and they're doing well, which has added to the competition. Also, it adds to the group dynamic. With the reserves, they help that. When the reserves played through our group chat, there's good luck messages, and so the boys that aren't playing want the reserve first team players to do well, and vice versa, and it spreads across the team. And I've been really happy with them, and that's what we've got an academy system for, and a development system to bring them through, and hopefully they step up into first team players.
The Challenge Cup's been the focus for the last couple of weeks. It's thrown up some good stuff in that we're through to the fifth round for the first time in 11 years. It's thrown up some bad stuff in that we've lost Brad for quite a while. So can you tell her a little bit about what's the nature of Brad's injury and how long we expect him to be missing for?
Well, it's been documented about the tackle. I've seen it back and I'm still not happy with it. I've spoke publicly as well that I'm not overly happy with that, how them things happen in our game, not just that incident, the whole incidents around that in different games and different teams. But that's for another day. In terms of his injury, he's probably going to be 12 to 14 weeks. So it's not nice. It wasn't a great injury, but his club, they've dealt with this injury before. They've had a couple, unfortunately, the same injuries over the last couple of years, and there's a good medical team there. So we're hopeful, we can get him on the shorter end of that, and he's a good kid that does the right thing. So yeah, that's the ugly part of the game that happens, and we can't do much about that, and we'll adapt and we'll get by in the meantime.
I know you said sort of after the game at Siddle that you just want to get the league campaign underway now. So how much are you looking forward to the trip to Coventry and then the first home game against Wigan?
Yeah, the second part of what the question was is that it'd be good to be back at home. We've waited and waited for the league campaign to start, and it hasn't for different reasons, weather and Challenge Cup, which is a good thing as well. But we want to get the league campaign underway, and we also want to get back and play at Kingston Park. It's our home. We're desperate to play here. It feels like we haven't played here a long time, even though both our friendlies were here. It seems a long time away that we've got to play in front of our own fans and play on our own doorstep. So we're looking forward to that. But we know the challenge that this week brings. We stumbled at Coventry last year. We got outplayed and we got beat. So we don't want to repeat of that. And we're ready to start the league campaign and see where we go.